So, when we last left Flash and Dr. Narco, Incredulous was just making good its escape. Oh, wait. That's a
different game.
Yes. Last time.
For anyone that gets the reference.
Last time. Mark was dead.
Yeah.
Actually, just unconscious.
He was playing dead.
Playing
dead very effectively. Too effectively, as a matter of fact.
I'd like to thank the
I'm
Academy.
a method actor. So.
Method actor.
I know. He is unconscious, having been stabbed unconscious and poisoned unconscious by the Medusa downstairs. As it so happens.
But he's not stone yet.
He's not stone yet. Actually, maybe in a better fate than he could be. He's really the only one who knows. Well, everybody kind of knows what's going on in there. There's some fighting happening. Mark had his eyes closed, so much of the things going on is unknown. Topsy and Turavir are down there, but since the eyes are closed, we're not quite sure what's going on. It sounds like they're fighting. They keep screaming about other Medusa and fighting things. Asha made an appearance down here, surprisingly enough, and was promptly dispatched by the Medusa after was alerted to her presence. And having finished seemingly with some of the occupants down here, the Medusa sounds like she is now coming up. Unfortunately, there is some fire and smoke in the way, so we'll see how that goes. As Liam has seen fit to light the entrance on fire.
Light the everything.
Yeah. And the rest of the party is waiting outside to ambush Medusa once she comes outside. So we'll come back to Taston's turn.
How many rounds have passed since we set the fire?
Since you set the fire, it's been it's been about 3. I don't know the exact number, unfortunately.
Okay. But I'm just trying to generally, relativistically think about how much time has passed where we've set the fire's going on, no one is coming out.
5 rounds.
Okay. And I think the fire's
at least 5.
And then the fire was by round 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that all checks out then.
I mean, it's gotten to a pretty good blaze now, and it's you wouldn't want to go through it. You wouldn't want to be down there. It sounded like there was some fighting down there, which was occupying the Medusa.
And now there's not.
But now there's not. And now there's just some angry footsteps and hissing sounds that are coming closer to the stairs.
Okay. So I'm going to ready my action then.
Okay.
But until I see a target, I'm going to hold.
In that case, the Medusa will use a legendary action at the end of your turn.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It means I get to do...
turn.
She gets to go a legendary action. Some legendary monsters have it. Usually they get 3 points to spend in them, which refresh at the beginning of their turn. And what they can do is usually 2 or 3 things with them at the end of somebody else's turn. It's usually either a move or an attack or in some other special ability.
So I've activated her trap card.
Yes.
Okay,
so
got it.
First thing I'd like you to do is, Liam, go ahead and roll me a d10 of fire damage. As Medusa, this drow Medusa.
All of 3.
Oh.
Well played.
Well, she walked over some coals and whatnot, but it didn't do as much damage.
Typical.
But you do see her burst through the flames, kind of shielding her face and her snakes as she comes through. And she looks beat up and she looks mad. And she is hissing at everybody, and that's all I can do with my... Ooh. Salim, I've got a question.
Mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll come back to that, since that technically happens on her when she starts her turn. All right, so as you go up there, she sees the mirror up there that you're holding up, and she points a finger accusingly at you, like she's about to say something about some fire, and then she stares wide-eyed and realizes that's a bad idea before when she sees the mirror that you're holding up, and we'll like I said, we'll come back to that at the beginning of her turn, since that's when the gaze stuff happens. Aston, she has emerged. You can see her from behind.
Excellent. I'm going to leap from my perch and stab Dawnbringer through the back of her neck.
Okay. You still have to roll for that, sorry.
What? No, I could fall off. This is easy. I just walk forward.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's initially a dexterity, or is that just a 2-hit?
That's just a 2-hit.
Okay. So that is 20, not natural.
That does hit.
Okay. And 1d8 plus 4 radiant damage. All right. That's 8.
Okay. Taken. All right, so you slash her through the neck, and it does indeed burn it, although as legendary creatures come, she's pretty resilient. But it definitely is hurting.
Okay.
Okay. It is Ront's turn. Okay. Well, Ront knows what to do. Now, here's the question.
Oh, boy.
I forget that. Anyone tell Ront about Medusa?
I can honestly say I don't think I did.
Okay. So Ront needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And he's like, chop snake lady.
12.
12. Okay. Okay. So Ront may go ahead and make an attack against her, which I'm assuming is what he's going to do. But it will be at disadvantage, and I'll tell you why in just a second.
Okay. That's 2. That's probably going to stand. And 4. Wow, so much better.
Okay. So you see Ront swings his, I think he has a short sword now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Swings his short sword at the Medusa, and she dodges a bit out of the way, but Ront's swing seems very, very slow. And as you're looking at him, you can tell that his arm is starting to solidify as he's swinging. He seems to be having trouble moving, like he's petrifying. So he currently has a restraint condition.
Okay.
He did not feel badly enough to actually have the bad thing happen. All right, Mark.
So you're going to have to remind me how death saves work, because I've only dealt with this like once.
It is a straight-up D20 unless you have anything that modifies saves.
Don't think Monk does. I got a 13.
13? That's one success.
Okay, so I put down success.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue to be dead.
Yes.
To you, Bob.
All right. I need to...
Look, I already did. I'd like to think I already carried my weight for this fight.
I mean, she is very beat up.
I was going to say, could you do me a favor, just for my sake? Can you tell me, like, percentage-wise, how much damage I did to her?
She came out with about 40% of her HP left.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
You were the opening act. You warmed it up.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Okay, we're good. Good to
basically.
All right. Sorry, I need to look up a spell here. Okay. You hear Topsy and Turvy arguing. One of them seems to be flailing around, and the other one saying, "We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here." And that's about all that happens. They seem to be having some troubles of their own. Mm-hmm. The Were-Rats all jump into the fray.
Yeah.
And they all start clawing and biting and gnashing at this Medusa. So, and two of them managed to get some solid hits in on her, for a total of 14 damage on her as they start ripping some stuff off. Now, here's the important thing. Two of them seem to be relatively unaffected by what's going on. All you notice one of them is having the same problem as Ront. Specifically, this one that's white right here.
Oh, geez.
That's a little more white than I expected it to be, but it is. You can see like it's clawing and biting, but you can tell that it's starting to turn to stone as well, though it is not yet.
Okay.
And then we come to her. All right, so here's what I'll do. I will give her on this first turn, a con save versus her own gaze. As she was not expecting to run out and find a mirror in front of her.
Disadvantage?
Oh, she had disadvantage.
Because she wasn't expecting it?
Sure.
Surprise
she still passed.
Oh, damn.
Yes, she is unfortunately very constitution heavy and rolled fairly well. But you can see that she what she actually does after that is she closes her eyes. So she is currently blind and is swinging blindly, including all the snakes. All the little snakes close their eyes as well in their head. And she just swings blindly around at people at her, just screaming and cursing at people. So let's see, I've got 5 targets.
Oh, 1d6.
Yeah. I rolled a 6. Good. Okay. I've rolled 3 6s in a row.
Dude, that doesn't make any sense.
I've rolled... Okay, there we go.
She attacks herself?
I have my targets.
Okay.
Let's try. No, she just starts... Her snake hair goes out and attacks one of the were-rats and manages to hit. And I need to see if these things are immune to poison. Not exactly. All right. So one of the were-rats gets a face full of snakes that latches onto it. And you see it's the actual damage doesn't seem to do a whole lot to it, like the snake fangs, but I mean there's definitely some blackish veins you see just kind of start to pop out around near the wound. It's this one right here. So he does not appear to be very healthy after that. And the next one up. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Why not? We'll just attack him again. But misses, unfortunately. And then the last one goes on you, Teston. Now, does she bring her sword around at you? She's swinging at disadvantage because she has her eyes closed. So short sword and manages to completely miss you and then just hit the stairs next to you.
I like both of those outcomes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Liam, it is your turn. You're shouting, "Put that mirror away!" Maybe it'll work this time.
Why?
Just cast Meteor.
Well,
Oh, watch that cutscene.
I hate to do it, but what? No. Give me the... Why is it...
Oh, I'm sorry. And one thing I need you to know, Liam, since you are starting your turn near her. So she has... well, I guess not, since she has her eyes closed. Okay, never mind. Let's shut her eyes.
I can't grab my token.
Really?
All
It
it's letting me...
looks like you're... It looks like you're measuring.
Yeah, that's all I can do. My tool won't change.
Try tapping tab a couple times. See if that unfixes it.
Nope.
Or unhinges it or whatever. No? Okay. Weird. I don't know.
Where would you like to move to?
Yeah, we can move it right now.
Well, there, so that's good.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Not sorry.
So with the mirror still in front of me, I'm going to basically hold it between my biceps and cast Burning Hands.
That's a good
Okay.
organization.
Ooh. Okay.
So unfortunately, 15 foot cone.
That's a cone.
Can I roll to get my shield up in time or use her as a shield for the flames? Or
Well,
both?
if you are behind her, you actually do have cover, which is just a straight 2 to your dexterity save. But cover is cover.
Is that a 2-hit roll?
No, it's a dexterity save from anyone in the cone.
Okay. So dexterity 15.
Okay. Are you wanting to move somewhere else before you do this, or are you just wanting to, like, how you want to do this? So, I mean, you can hit her. I just wondering if you wanted
if
to
this
move
is a
anywhere else.
snapshot from where you are, if you backed up to guarantee perfect spread, I mean, I get it.
And I was trying to avoid hitting as many people as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Yeah, I think the best you could probably do is just Ront and Taston, right? Actually, just, I guess if you move next to her, you could get like a were-rat and Taston. Or all the were-rats and leave everybody else alone. I mean, they're resilient, right?
If I could recommend not attacking our allies, that's just my personal recommendation. At least Taston over there will understand. The were-rats...
That's the kind of thing. It's like my character's like, take the shot, and the rest of you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, try and angle it so it's the Medusa over.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, so like, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Okay.
But I don't want to be right next to her either.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad move.
Yeah, I mean, you could like go like this and then just do it out from here.
All right, yeah, that'll work. And while that's occurring, I'm going to exit and reload tabletop.
Okay.
Cue the intermission.
Actually, if he does this, he can just grab Ront and that's it.
And then I can immediately turn around and heal.
Let's say we know Ron's fine with being set on fire.
Yeah, like he understands. I mean, he understands.
Yeah,
it's happened before.
Oh, okay.
I think actually the same scenario.
If there's precedent for it, okay, fine.
Yeah, no. It's just like I said, I was worried about the were-rats because I mean,
I don't really want to hurt them any more than I absolutely have to.
So I'm going to cast Empowered Maximize Auto Cred.
Yeah, now would be a perfect time for Wild Magic.
Oh, God.
And roll percentile.
All right, I will roll her dex save. It's pretty dexterous, but let me see if blinded gives her disadvantage in this. It probably does. No, it doesn't technically. That's interesting. Well, she could just fail anyway, so that's fine. But I'm assuming your DC is not a 10.
The difficulty is 15.
Okay, yeah, she did not succeed.
So that means shit.
That's what it means, really.
That's not a good spell effect.
No, it's really
I
not.
mean, what can be?
And for some reason,
Do you want to make Ront's deck save real quick?
Yeah.
And he's got a
14.
+1, so 15. So, ta-da.
Okay.
I am missing a page of spells. Give me a second here.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's not what you want the wizard to say.
Yeah. My spell book is
I'd like
on
to say that he
fire.
said that in universe. Like,
Yeah.
where's my
shit.
page? Where's my page?
Oh,
God.
maybe this is why you gave Ront that +5 max HP.
It makes sense. Yeah. Hey, Sierra Mike.
I am Tank.
Oh.
Burning Hands. Here we go. So 3d6 fire damage. Uh, 10.
Okay, she takes 10. Ront takes 5, amazingly. Wipes out that 5 that he had, leaving him at technically full health.
Well played.
All right, you knew. All right, she does not seem very well off, although she's still fighting. You know, she's punched, she's stabbed, she's burned. She's burned a slightly different way from radiant damage. Not looking too good.
Looking through my book to find a different way to cause damage.
Mhm.
We're running out of ideas.
All right, Liam, are you done?
Yeah. Move and
Okay.
spells, so nothing else I can do.
All right, she's going to take a legendary action and stab at somebody randomly around here.
Wait for it.
A 6. How? All right, I keep rolling 1, so she keeps going after that same way rat. And manages to stab him, although
Dude, she's not happy with that guy.
my short sword's not magic, so it just does nothing. Tink. Okay, that was a productive turn.
Okay.
You are on the floor. All right, Taston, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Oof, I don't like that spell. Wisdom save. I have a 12.
My spell save DC is 13, so does that...
I
no,
failed.
that's me. Huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and then since they've lost hit points, it's 2012. Okay, I had a moment of like, do I have a D12? I never roll a D12.
I never play a barbarian.
No, seriously, I've never rolled a D12, so... 11.
Nice.
Oh. Wait, did you roll 2D? Wait, are you level 5?
Sorry?
No, you're level 5, right?
Yeah, we're level 5. We've gotten our features.
So you should be rolling 2D12. Cantrips rank up 1, 5, 11, and 17, if I remember right.
That sounds right. I was just looking at that last night. What?
Oh,
Did you
I
lose?
thought he was taking an extended look at something,
Oh,
but he's
yeah,
actually
we
just
lost him
frozen.
entirely. Yeah. Guido, I'm sorry. Your order of windows is probably about to be screwed up.
Yeah.
Trust me, you can stop looking though. You can
No,
stop.
It's okay. I swear. He was so upset. Yep, there it goes. He was so upset at having to roll 2 D12s.
He didn't have to. He only had
I'm
one.
going home.
Yep. He pieced out. I don't even blame him.
I don't even own a second D12.
I don't think
I'm gonna have to go to the store and get one.
I was gonna say, I literally don't think I own 2 D12s because I just have the one set left plus my D20s. So
Suddenly hearing, the voice of the mom in Waterboy.
oh, they're not gonna laugh at you, that one? Or is that the wrong thing?
It's the devil.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I must be thinking of a different Adam Sandler flick.
Um,
They're all the same to me, you know.
it was God, what was her name? Famous actress too.
Don't know.
Yeah, foosball. Kathy Bates. Thank you, Braidwin.
I might not have seen that one. If I did, I didn't remember it.
Foosball is the devil.
I've said several times that I technically am a fan of Adam Sandler just by virtue of the fact that I've seen the man act. But I could probably name 2 Adam Sandler films I actually like. Because he just does so many. He does the churn films, you know. He does the yearly, all right, let's get a paycheck film thing. Although from what I understand, he actually specifically does that to keep his friends in work. Like to keep getting them jobs. Because you notice that he has like the same basic cast across like 8 or 9 of his films.
I think there's another guy that does that too. Like the guys that played in Dogma.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Smith.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's the filmmaker.
Yeah, he's the filmmaker, but it's like Matt Damon and the other guy,
and Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, thank you. Yeah. They always try and work together. So
so
sorry about that. My computer completely decided to just lose its damn mind.
I was gonna say,
I was wondering.
Are we okay? Is this a power outage situation?
No, the thing is it froze and I couldn't get it to reset. So I actually had to reach over and shut off the power supply.
Oh, yeah, I've had that happen before.
So
welcome back. It's okay. You don't have to buy a second D12.
So it's usually I'll bring it up again to reference it again, but I think it's usually 1d8. But since if they have any hit points missing, it's 1d12 of necrotic damage. But I'm casting it as a cantrip. I didn't catch the rest of where the 2d12 came in because my computer decided to eat dirt.
Yeah. So when you reach 5th level, it bumps up to either 2d12 or 2d8 depending on the damage thing, and then it bumps up again at 11th and then again at 17th.
I see.
And
okay,
all cantrips generally scale like that. All damaging ones, they'll bump up at 5th and then 11th and then 17th.
Okay. So
not that I want you to kill.
Waiting for them to come back, I will roll the next d12.
Okay.
5.
So we're looking at 16 total?
Yeah.
Ouch. All right, her bell has been tolled. All right, now I have like 4 damage types on me. This day is going so great. I've been burned radiantly, been necrotized, I've been punched, I've been flamed, I've been bitten.
And punched, and punched, and punched. And punched.
And punched. Yes, I forgot that one.
I'm actually, you know how crap my dice are. I am astonished that with disadvantage I kept hitting her.
And her AC isn't, extreme.
I know, it's just like, my dice are awful, dude. You know that.
All right. Is that all tested?
Yes.
I gotta kill you. So she's going to take a legendary action at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I rolled randomly, but I was probably going to do the same. Yeah, her short sword swings around at you.
Okay.
At a disadvantage, which saves from the crit, but still has a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 7 piercing damage. She stabs you. So finally, I hit something that's not immune to this. All right. So we come to Ront. Ront's having a little bit of an issue since he is turning to stone. Fortunately, it doesn't affect him at the moment, aside from being restrained. So he may act normally at the moment.
Okay. I believe he's going to stab out.
Okay. He does have disadvantage from being restrained. Well, it's a straight one, actually, since her eyes are
Is
closed.
it? Okay. So 12.
12, unfortunately, that misses.
Okay.
And then he must make a Constitution saving throw at the end of his turn.
That, he rolls 11.
11, and then he has a bonus of 3, which makes it a 14. And you see him struggle against this magic effect, this petrification effect, and he powers through it and shakes it off. He is no longer restrained. All right. It's a good thing, too. All right. I'm going to use my last legendary action at the end of Ront's turn to make a stab at the actual thing that I can hit. Well, I'm swinging blindly. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I will anyway. With a 17 to hit Taston?
Yeah, 17 hits.
Okay.
Or 17 ties.
Okay, so it does hit. So 6 more piercing.
Okay.
And Mark, make that death save.
All right, here we go.
You got this.
That is a 15.
It's 2 successes.
Okay. I'm not dead yet. And that's my turn. Back to you, Bob.
All right. So Topsy and Turvy come out of the flames. They will get singed a little bit. But you can see Topsy is dragging Turvy, and he seems to be fighting an invisible enemy. So that was their turn. Like he is under some beguiling effect or something. And he's still screaming about other Medusa. All right. The were-rats continue to gang up on her. That one's turned to stone. Still hits. And they continue to stab her and bite her. And she takes 13 more damage. And then at the end, this other one's turn. You see this were-rat right here finishes turning to stone. Completely freezes and is now a gray stony shape.
We can fix that, right? Taston. I'm dead
Hopefully.
at the moment, but I'm actually curious if that's in the arsenal.
Theoretically, if
All right.
remove curse works like that.
She is hurt. She is on her last legs. She is going to open her eyes. I will go ahead and make the save.
Okay.
And she does manage, well, hold on. Okay, yes, she does manage to make her own save. Oof. All right, you know what? Taston, Ront, 2 were-rats who make attacks of op. I want to go over and kill this man with the mirror.
Yeah, I'll definitely make an attack.
Like, how dare you bring that?
18.
18 does hit.
Okay. Okay, full damage, 12.
Ow. Okay. She's looking very bad. How about Ront?
Ront will roll 3.
Not so much. And the other were-rats missed as well. So she comes up. Her snakes are all hissing. She has her short sword out.
Oh, it's a Michael Jackson song. Okay.
Yes. She goes, ow! I'm gonna kill you. And all the snakes on her hair that are her hair lash out to attack you.
Well,
See how
that's
this goes.
okay.
I will smash that mirror.
Do I get an armor bonus for, or she's attacking the mirror or me?
She's attacking you.
Okay. Do I get an armor bonus for like using the mirror as a shield?
I will give you a choice. If you choose to use the mirror as a shield, if it makes the difference, she will strike the shield and potentially shatter it.
Okay.
Quote unquote shield. But it'll give you +2 AC, like a shield will. So it could basically block a hit that would have otherwise hit you.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I'll have an AC of 15.
Okay, so if it makes the difference between hitting you or not, then we'll roll damage on the mirror, basically. Okay, the snake hair lashes out. Rolls a 19 to hit.
Yeah, so
Okay.
fine. Like I said, with a +2, that's a 15. So
Yeah. So you try to block it, but all the snakes just get around, and you take a little bit of piercing damage, but they start pumping the poison into you as well.
okay.
All right. You aren't resistant to poison or anything like that, are you?
Nope.
Okay. So that is a total of 19 points of damage, piercing and poison.
Okay.
And she tries to stab you. Ooh. Well, no, I guess it's not going to matter. Okay. So I know I have a miss on one, but then the other one is an 18.
So my AC is 13. If I'm using the mirror, it's a 15. So, yes, that absolutely hits.
Okay. I didn't know if you had shield or something like that.
No.
So then that's 5 more piercing.
Okay.
And that is the end of her turn.
I'm at 7.
It is your turn, Liam. Now, she has her eyes open at the moment. So here's what this means. You can choose to try and weather the save, or you can avert your eyes to avoid the saving throw. It just, obviously blinds you against her.
I don't need to open my eyes because I can do burning hands again.
Yes.
I know where the blows came from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll make the save, or try and make the save. I have rolled 22 to save.
Okay.
So half damage still. Yeah, natural 20.
So that's 12 damage. So
Okay.
6.
Oh, I'm so hurt. Oh. Okay. So Taston, it's your turn. But Liam?
Yeah.
Your burning hands goes out and you hear the body hit the floor next to you. And the sounds of dying snakes. I just had too few HP to even survive it.
Really?
Yes, I had 5 left.
I am surprised.
Welcome. And Taston, it is your turn, although I guess we can come out of initiative
are we
now.
In initiative at this point?
Technically, yes, but unless you just want to leave Mark in there. So she hits the floor. The snakes kind of wither and die and hiss on the ground. And yeah, she goes down all beaten and battered and bloody and burnt.
Okay, so when she goes down, does the were-rat revert or stay?
It stays.
Okay, I'm going to immediately go over and cast Remove Curse.
Cast Remove Curse, and nothing happens.
Oh, hell.
One of the were-rat says, "Don't worry, he knew what he was getting into."
Well, hell.
How's Ront doing?
Ront is okay. He made the save.
Oh, okay. Do I need to make a save?
No, since you averted your eyes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if the venom had anything to do with it. So
no, it doesn't. It
Okay.
just hurts a lot. Yeah, so just behind the scenes, the way it works is that if you start your turn while she has her eyes open and you're within 30 feet, make a con save. If you fail by less than 5, you are restrained, and then you got to make the save again at the end of your next turn. And if you fail that one, you're stoned. If you pass, then you're safe. If you fail the first save by 5 or more, you're just instantly petrified.
Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
Taston, I guess, but anybody can answer this. When does he get level 5 cleric spells?
Level 7. No, wait, level 5 cleric spells? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, actually, that's level 9.
Oh, yeah, no, he's gone.
It's going to be a hot minute.
Yeah.
Not that that's definitely the level of spell in which you can get rid of petrification or anything, but I just...
Yeah, the only real change that seems to happen amongst the combatants after the Medusa dies is Turvey seems to snap out of his enchanted stupor. And he shakes his head and he says, he looks down at the fire and says, "Mark's down there."
Oh, crap. I will try and...
Well, hang on. I suppose this is a good time to make my third save, or my third roll, rather.
Yes. That'd be a good time.
18.
Okay, so you're stable for right now.
So I am at 0 health.
Until the fire reaches you.
Until the fire reaches me, and then I'm going to die of either asphyxiation or fire-related problems.
So if we are no longer in initiative, I can cast Control Flames and Clear Path.
Okay. Yeah, because the fire, I think Control Flames can't stop completely, but you could at least clear path or clear ring or something like that around it. Okay, so you start casting Control Flame, and I guess Taston, along with the were-rats, probably you go in there and get him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see Mark down in there. He's obviously taken a beating. There's like there's battle debris all over the place where blows have hit crates and various dresses and stuff. You do also see the unconscious draw priestess from your prison, like on the floor over there, next to a chest. And there's other stuff in here that potentially could be valuable, but it's going to go up in flames. I mean, it's like dresses and stuff. So.
Can we stop the fire? I mean, I'm not alive right now, but can we stop the fire?
So Control Flames does allow me to extinguish flames within a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
So
I'll say this. You won't be able to save everything because you've already started a pretty good fire.
Yeah.
But you can save some of it. Get rid of this. All right. So you drag Mark out of the smoky room down
No, you
there.
drag me in. So it's like you could choose between the loot or me.
Yeah, that's it. You got to choose between the loot or him.
So
sorry. There's a Holy Avenger down there, or you can have Mark. It's up to you.
Oh God. You know what? Honestly, take the Holy Avenger. It's more worth it. I'm not worth it, guys. I accept.
No
hard feelings.
And you do have a point.
So right. I'm gonna go back in to grab the priestess and drag them out.
And the chest.
I thought I only had time to do one or the other.
We were joking. God, I hope we're joking, right?
No, yeah, I was joking.
Okay.
Basically,
Okay.
what I imagine you probably do is since Mark is over there, you'll just kind of make a fire line around here, let some of this stuff burn out, just try to get as much as you can saved without sacrificing other people, and then at least have some stuff still in there, and then let it air out a bit. All right. So she's unconscious. She got beaten down. The Medusa had a mirror on her as well that she had grabbed from the priestess, as well as like a short sword, and you find a longbow down there as well, which isn't even strung. It just seems to be something that she has. There's some dresses and whatnot that are potentially, I mean, like drow make and stuff that are potentially worth something to somebody. Unless somebody here is really enamored with dresses, I don't know if anybody would want the person to keep it.
Such.
I mean, I am a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, true. Fair enough. And there's little bits of like jewelry, both costume and some of it, actually real. She was wearing most of it. Yeah, that is what you find on here after recouping and whatnot. So these two other were-rats start dragging this one over here just so they can get it away from there. They're kind of looking at it curiously, but they kind of seem to be resigned to his fate.
Just because I'm curious, and I don't really mean to imply anything, but did anyone heal me?
Not yet.
Yep.
Drag. Do I take damage from being dragged?
Yeah, you die actually from being dragged. Sorry.
Okay.
Perfect.
You rip all my wounds open.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
We're all in a group here.
It's a good spell.
Oh, I've seen that.
All right. 2d8 plus 5.
It's okay. I'm playing the tanks here, Mike. I get it.
Oh, Grave Cleric ability. You heal maximum HP to anybody who's currently at 0.
Oh. Okay then.
So I guess technically you still have to roll, but Mark will consider it as if you rolled a maximum for your dice.
How much do I get from that?
So that's 8, and then 5. So 16, 5. That's 21.
Ugh. Oh.
So that's everyone gets 21 then?
No, I get 21.
Just Mark.
Just Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have to select, basically then I move on to the next one.
Okay.
Or actually, then everybody would get whatever.
Everybody else would get whatever you rolled.
Okay, which was 6 and 1 plus 5. So 12.
12.
Okay. So that heals Ront to max. One of the were-rats are almost max. Topsy and Turvy are max at that point as well. And the Medusa is healed, and she comes back up. No,
oh, God!
That
just
didn't work.
Thank you.
I got this. I got this, guys.
All right. So, Mark, you come to. Everybody seems to be doing relatively well, except for that were-rat who's just over there getting stoned.
Oh, my God. So I take a moment, look around.
Oh, here's a question. Do you heal the priestess too, or do you want to keep her down?
That's exactly what I was just about to bring up.
Keeping them at low level because I'm going to interrogate them because I need to know how they got out.
Okay.
Or in, for that matter.
Or back into this realm, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got that. I guess you probably want to loot the priestess too, don't you? Because she's got stuff on her. So she has she's got a chain shirt on. She has a couple daggers on her. She's got a vial full of what seems to be this really syrupy black stuff, which you recognize as the poison that the drow had. She has not a whole lot of. It looks like she has some salvaged ration. She's obviously been living off the land for a while. You recognize some of the stuff that you've been eating along the way here and salvaging. You find a holy symbol to Loth, which looks like it has been defaced.
Seen better days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it almost looked like purposely defaced, not like it's just wear and tear. You also find another holy symbol not to Loth on her.
Okay.
You are breaking up terribly.
Sorry. Do I roll religion to recognize it?
No need. You actually recognize it. The last time you saw that holy symbol was a long time ago, held by your brother.
Let's see here. Where was that?
As in, it's the same object? Or...
It looks like the same object, except it has what look like some demonic symbols on it, like carved into it.
I'd like to think that as soon as you're examining it, right, you're holding it, and your sword is like, we must destroy that. This needs to be. Why are you holding that?
I'm gonna take that symbol.
But that's about all. She's got a water skin with some stuff on it. You assume it's water. That's about it.
Okay. So, is she still breathing?
Yes.
Like pretty, like she's just knocked out, kind of, or just.
Yeah, it looks like she got. You see, like the black veins of poison on her. She definitely got bit by the Medusa, but she's stable at least right now.
So I'm gonna try and rouse her.
Okay, go ahead, and if it's not magical, go ahead and make a medicine check on her.
I'm gonna roll survival here.
Okay.
For tying her up with knots that she's not going to be able to easily break free from.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
That's a 16.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Out of curiosity, what role would be necessary to know how to cure petrification?
Yeah,
5th edition skills.
Yeah, either medicine or
Arcane?
Based on the nature of this creature, arcane. Yeah, because this is not like this is like a curse-based one.
I'm gonna go and roll, but I'm back to bad dice. I have no idea. That 6 isn't gonna cover that.
So medicine check gives me 13.
13. Okay. She starts coming to a little bit. You have a feeling this is probably not going to stick, not unless you want to kill her, because she needs real rest. But she comes to, and she's not doing well, but she comes to. And despite her groggy state, she obviously recognizes you, and you can see her start to fight a little bit, but there's just no strength left, and she slumps over a little bit, and still conscious, but then resigns herself to whatever is going to happen.
Okay. How did you get back to this plane?
Are you trying to? She doesn't look like she really wants to say much. Are you trying to coax this out of her, or do you actually want to intimidate her?
We could do good cop, bad cop if you want. Actually, you know what? Honestly, Liam would probably be better with that than me.
Yeah, Toby says, I got an idea. We could all be bad cop.
No, wait. Good cop, bad cop, worse cop.
So let's be bad cop.
Don't worry, it'll work out. You're going to tell me all you know. And the other guy's over there just got a chainsaw laughing maniacally.
Yeah. One thing you notice is that the
I want to be
were
chainsaw guy.
and the
Yeah, exactly.
the were-rats and the deep gnomes are staring at this drow, and they obviously have murder in their eyes.
Okay.
Can I like position myself between them and her, just in case?
Sure.
Like, I'm just gonna saunter over, casual like. Yeah. Hang out here.
So yeah, I guess I'll pull out Dawnbringer and roll Intimidate.
Okay.
For real, Guido, you should help. You really should assist and do like a good cup bad cupping or something, you know. I really think you're better suited for that for me. That's why I'm not joining in.
17.
17. So I actually need to look at something on Dawnbringer real quick. Because I think this actually triggers her sunlight sensitivity.
Perfect.
Yeah. Where are you? I think that affects her stats. Is the thing.
This could be the worst. Okay.
What?
Well, because I just said, like, well, what happens if this kills her? Well, I'll just use Spare the Dying and bring them back to stable. And do it again. And do it again. And do it again.
At some point, like
until
one
I
of the
get
other
the information
good
I need.
aligned party members are going to walk in and be like, dude.
Yeah, that won't fly.
Yeah, so you actually see like her getting like almost physically sick and her like just shielding her eyes from this because it does emit true sunlight. So she is, I mean, from her perspective, likely all she can see is just the light coming from Dawnbringer. So what was your roll?
17.
17. Okay. She says, she spits out a little bit of blood. She says, "Put that away. It hurts."
Answer my question.
I'll tell you, just put it away, please.
All right. I'll put it away.
Oh, I didn't think that would work. Okay. No.
Well, I'm just going to bring it right back out again if you don't tell me.
No, she does actually seem confused. Like she's not used to somebody using like a humane form of interrogation.
She's a drow. Of course she's not used to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, she seems very surprised.
Wait, you're going to not torture me?
Yeah. She's like, wait,
I
what?
can get used to. We should recruit her. I'm not even joking. We should get her on the party.
She looks bonkers.
Yeah, welcome to
just to let you know.
Oh. Is there any demonic power I can sense in her?
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
Not power, but it's like she smells like she's been around demons a lot. But as actual power, no. She's silent for just a few seconds, like she's trying to recollect her thoughts. And she starts out with, I don't know everything, but like, what do you want to know exactly?
How are you back on this plane? I'll let you answer the first question first.
Yeah. There was someone, I don't remember much after I went through the portal, but there was someone there, a human who calmed me and brought me away from the demons. And he brought me to a portal, and it was strange. While he was with me, the demons seemed not to notice us. But she looks around for her stuff, it seems. She says, I had a holy symbol to a profane god. He gave that to me and pushed me through. And that was how I believe I found myself back here. I mean, the trip through the portal was just painful and maddening, and I don't remember much, but I came to finding myself wandering in the Underdark, thirsty and hungry and and tired. And that was how I found my way back.
Okay, where did you get this symbol?
The man gave it to me.
What did he look like?
She describes someone who seems very similar to your brother, but she says he had black armor, some sort of. I thought he was a demon at first. Maybe he was.
Okay. What were you sent to do?
I wasn't sent to do anything. I barely remember what had happened. The abyss, it has a maddening aura about it.
Thank you for that, host Justin. Appreciate it.
She suddenly looks at you and says, Do you still have them, your powers?
I'm still a cleric, if that's what you mean.
She does not look pleased at that, and she spits on the ground.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
Why are you here after this Gorgon?
I wandered for a long while, and before too much longer, I found myself on the main road to Blingenstone, a place that I do remember quite well. And after consulting with a few friends, I sought to learn what had happened to me and what I had been doing in my wanderings that I knew little about. And I knew this: a certain mirror of the past had made its way into Blingenstone from the conquering party many years ago, but it was lost and never returned. And I've been here for quite some time seeking it out, and finally I found it. Just for a moment, though. I knew of the back ways in from Jorland's stories of conquest.
What's so important about the mirror?
It shows you your past.
Ooh, I look in the mirror.
You turn the stone. No.
Well, that checks out.
I do. For the record, I am joking. I'm not looking at a random magical mirror.
Yeah. So the mirror is. I mean, it's obviously there. The Medusa picked it up and then dropped it shortly after she was slain. Looks very obviously of drow make. It's very polished silver. It's got webbing and spider motif all around it, and it's black. And it's not radiating like a glow like Liam's mirror is, but it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, there is something obviously up with this mirror. It just makes the hairs in your arm stand up. She says, I perhaps might be able to tell you more what happened if you allow me to gaze into the mirror.
I'm gonna give that a hard no.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a wisdom save here against incredibly stupid ideas. I rolled a 2. So
That sounds great.
there you
Let's
go.
do that.
I just hold it up.
Oh God.
Yeah, Taston, I mean, you're proficient in medicine. You can tell that she obviously has and perhaps probably still is suffering from the effects of madness. Missing time, delusions, that kind of stuff. It's, spot on right there.
I have another idea.
Okay.
I can identify it.
Let's try that.
Okay, your ritual cast identify.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you sit down. You draw up the ritual circle. You place in your hand as you must do when you identify it. And after 10 minutes, the identification succeeds. And this is what you learn about it. It is indeed a mirror of the past. You know, that the holder of this, and it's like a hand mirror, so it's not incredibly large. By gazing into it, which takes an action, because, you know, obviously you want to do this in the middle of combat.
Sure. You know, that's...
You can learn something about the history of a specific object or creature by looking into the mirror and thinking of that particular thing or creature. Instead of your reflection, it will present scenes from that target's past. The information conveyed is accurate, but it can be random and cryptic and presented in no particular order. Once it's activated, it gives us information for 1 minute or less, and then returns to a normal mirror. And then it cannot be used again until next dawn.
She wasn't entirely untruthful.
I was completely truthful.
But it isn't your own past that you're actually getting information on.
It would be my best. It's what I want to know, so that's what it'll show me.
I think it'd be best if we held off on that for now.
So, what if we use the mirror to find out what the obelisk is about?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Asha says something in Elven that's very unkind.
When I speak Elven?
Yeah.
I do. I nod. Solemnly.
So the mirror tells you about a creature or object's past, not necessarily your own. That's what you missed.
Here, I'll post the full description in chat real quick, which is basically just what I read. But
Thank you.
How does it track dawn down here?
Magically.
magic. Yeah. This is the
Which time zone though?
This is the Gremlins conundrum.
Yeah. No, the way I normally do it is the dawn from the point of when that object was created. Which, if we ever actually need to, you know, do that, we can. But
I mean, I learned a test of this. If you want to find out about your brother, I understand.
That's not a bad idea either.
Just a thought. But either way, I got your back, and I'm gonna pat him on the back, you know, comfortingly, and then I'm going to. So the fire's gone, right?
yes.
I'm gonna go into the ashes and ruins down there, and I'm gonna kneel down and meditate. And I'm also dedicating this victory to Bahamut.
Okay.
Praying to Bahamut, and putting it unto him, and he's gonna ignore me, but that's okay.
No, probably a D100.
Where's my 200? These? Yep. Okay. Left one's the 10 slot. 3.
Okay.
So I'm meditating.
Yeah, it just feels empty. Not just not answering, but just actually empty.
Can I retcon a slight aspect of the ritual?
Okay.
During the ritual, include praying to Azuth. Because part of the part of praying to him is the dedication of magic, because you want to share magical knowledge. So since this is a magical item that I had not seen before,
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100 then. Mark, what's happening? Once you're done, do you want to come back up, or do you want to stay down there?
Oh no, I'm staying down there for the moment.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're dealing with stuff. I'm going to be down there for an hour. So.
Okay. What's your result, Liam?
18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I have the same effect as Mark, where it's different than just not being answered. It's almost like empty.
I didn't think anything would happen. I was just adding it for flavor.
Oh, something did happen.
I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
No, but so you're up to you notice that Asha is just because you're obviously praying, doing a ritual, that sort of stuff, dedicating to Azuth. Asha is just grinning, like she is pleased that you're doing this. She did not have a good look on her face.
I trust her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like both her eyes just kind of go cross-eyed. She's like, ugh, no,
that's not good.
No, she's not quite all there. Okay, so you have it identified. You're down there meditating and praying, Mark.
So as much as I would want to use the mirror for my own personal gain, that doesn't seem right, and we have more pressing issues at this time, since Blingenstone is still battling the slime or the Pudding King.
Yeah, so, actually, real quick, where are we down here? I know, I just don't remember. We helped the were-rats. And then we defeated the Pudding King. We helped the were-rats. Blingenstone's under attack actively. They said go back down here for a reason.
To basically get a something that would help them with the battle with the slimes and the Pudding King, which was not just the elemental we released, but something else.
Right. So
they used to have an army that they used during the. Gotcha. Was it during the Drow battle?
Yes.
That long? Okay, so that was the but they've seen kind of a vague about what that actually is.
So you're thinking use the mirror for the obelisk.
Maybe figure out what it's used for, if it's blocking or a control point or a MacGuffin or
it's
everything's a MacGuffin.
It's actually the Crucible for Mass Effect 3.
No. It does nothing.
Yes.
I'll choose the green ending.
If I might suggest that Liam is the one to actually use the mirror. That no malice. You're the mage guy.
No, it makes sense for that purpose. Yeah.
No, I want you to die. So if you can look into the mirror, please.
Actually, speaking of colors like red and stuff, just reminded the red dust is still hanging around the obelisk area.
Oh, that's not great.
It hasn't done anything when you've all been doing this stuff, but it's still hanging around there.
One other question. I'm about due for a long rest.
I am very due for a long rest. We haven't had one in
I
several
think most of us are
sessions.
kind of due for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm almost out of spells.
Problem is that's a freaking hour or day. That's basically a day.
It's the overnight, yeah.
8 hours. Yeah.
So
Ashley says, I can do with a long rest too.
say we could rest and look at the mirror. We could look at the mirror and rest. What are you thinking? And I hate to say it, but I think we should do the mirror first, just because I don't think the GM is that much of a dick.
Well, no.
It's the mirror of preventing long rests.
God damn.
You are
Of
cursed
course it is.
to never long rest again until you kill Lolth personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Long walk.
Look good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the mirror first, because then we can discuss the results during our long rest.
Good idea. Good idea.
Okay.
Be inefficient.
Okay. So, Liam, you have the mirror. You gaze at it.
Roll Constitution. No.
What would you like to think about as you're gazing at it? Is the history of a specific object or creature?
The obelisk.
Okay.
The one
So what
that
I'm going to do every
Deep
time this
Gnome
is...
was looking through the gem at.
Oh, yes. Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's still there. So what I'm going to do is, since the information is random and cryptic and it's presented in no particular order, every time you gaze for a specific object or creature, I'm going to roll to see basically which part you get.
Okay.
Okay. So the obelisk. You see through the mirror kind of a scene in this very cavern, and it looks much newer, as you could say. There's not like dust around here. It's like actually properly kept up. The place doesn't seem as eroded. The rubble pile over here is not here. But the obelisk is here. It has not really changed from this vision to now. And there is movement around the area. There are deep gnomes going to and fro, looking like they're just going about their ordinary business. And you see from the obelisk, there is a red cloud that begins seeping out of it and seeping into the area surrounding it. And the deep gnomes just kind of like look at it like curiously, like it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. And from the walls around the obelisk, you see 3 earth elementals along with 3 other rocks. So it looks like they have just like arms and legs. They're obviously not earth elementals, quote unquote, but they're very similar. And they go over and they take defensive stances, like, between the obelisk and the deep gnomes. And you see the dust swirl around a bit as they are taking defensive stances. And then, like, once the dust just kind of like poofs out and possesses the earth elementals. You've seen this happen before with the statues in the hall. And they immediately turn around and start attacking the deep gnomes, like, at once. And there's chaos all over the place. You see it start to pull even more earth elementals out of the rocks surrounding it, the red mist does, and the scene just goes into chaos before it ends. And right before it ends, you swear you see some drow rush in and start cutting down deep gnomes just behind the red cloud. And that's all you get in a minute.
Well,
Have we done anything to detect that mist yet? Like scan or roll or detect magic or anything on the because the red mist is still there right now, right?
Yes.
And we've seen that before. So have we?
Liam has determined, just through arcane knowledge, that it is an extraplanar creature, likely from elemental earth or something of that sort. It's a very evil entity. He knows since he's made contact with it, but that's about all that's been done directly to it.
Do you know banish yet, Dastin?
No. Surprisingly not.
What level spell is banish?
No,
It's
let's find
4th
out.
level.
Oh, okay. How are you so low level? I turned to my GM. Did we level from that encounter? We just killed a legendary creature.
See at the end of the encounter.
I don't know. I gotta go long rest. So shoot.
Bang.
and I can do one more burning hands before the rest, and see if I can just light the dust on fire. But
Yeah, I mean, I could try to punch it. I don't know how effective. I don't have magic hands yet. Like if I did, I would have actual certainty that I could harm that thing. I don't. I think I'm 2 levels too low for that.
what does daylight do against it?
That's a good question.
Tassin?
What does what do?
Daylight.
Daylight's burning.
Well, and
Your sword.
Armory says, if it is evil, it will smite it.
well,
By the way, we should kill this drow. I'm just planting this thought in your head.
Would you?
super subtle.
If you allow her to live, she'll backstab us, you know it.
Oh, well,
Suddenly, the half-orc is the good guy.
yeah. Apparently, the Dawnbringer is the bad cop.
It
Look,
is
all
the
the deep
chainsaw.
gnomes agree. I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
Okay, so take Dawnbringer up to the obelisk and see what happens.
Up to the dust that is
Up to
around.
the red dust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, just for reference, the sunlight, it's all light that Dawnbringer sheds. So Dawnbringer does bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. And you can, as an action, to expand or reduce it by 5 feet up to a maximum of 30. So it can actually be a 60-foot radius sunlight.
Damn.
Yes.
That could actually be useful down here. Legit.
So crank it to full and see what happens.
You can go up there, strike a Star Wars pose, and
Yeah,
then
of course.
just let it.
I have the power.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was actually waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, Topsy will go over there and just grab onto your leg like this.
For no reason.
She just really likes it. Okay, she's
No, actually, the deep gnomes don't. They don't have sunlight sensitivity, but they don't like it particularly well.
shocking.
They're like, hey, guess what, Draw? We weren't cursed by an evil god. Take that. So the light starts expanding and bathing over the obelisk, and obviously you can see it in the dust rather well. It seems like the dust kind of sparkles, almost like it's very fine rock or gemmed rock that's been crushed up. It doesn't really seem to react to the sunlight.
Okay.
I mean, you can see the obelisk very well. The obelisk is weird. It's, I know, Mark, you looked at it before and determined that it was actually made of metal that looked almost like obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems to be not really reflective. Like when the sunlight's bouncing off of it, it's almost like it's absorbing the light, like it's not naturally reflective, even though it looks like it should be.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I could inspect it to see if I can understand the markings.
I know I just said that Louis should take a long rest, but I suddenly find myself hesitant to take a long rest in the immediate presence of this thing. You know?
Where else are we going to go, though?
I know.
We set fire to that place. Let's see. We can go back. We could backtrack to the grotto where the elemental was here.
If I was one higher level, my next level, I get magic damage from my fists. Next level.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I'm thinking the Gorgon's lair might be the safest place.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could do that for now, and then if need be, we can just post watch and see if it needs to be interrupted.
I mean, we're in the Underdark. We should always have watch up.
That's true. Yeah, always be watching.
But in theory, I mean, we only have to watch the entrance to the lair.
Yeah.
I'd like to formally, in character, vote that we do not kill the Drow Lady yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, that may be where this is going, but I mean, obviously out of character, she's just a screaming plot hook. But in character, I feel like there's plenty of reason to keep her around.
I expected her to die, honestly.
That's how he's trying to throw us off the trail. He's like, "No, you should just kill her."
Yeah, totally no reason to keep her alive.
Believe me when I say I lie to you all the time.
I
Wait a
believe.
minute.
Wait. What's wrong about that sentence?
Mm-hmm.
Which door would your partner choose?
Yes. Very clever, I would say. Have you seen Harmon Quest?
I've seen a couple of them.
They have a very funny take on that.
That's a YouTube thing, right?
It's no, it's got on a paid subscription service, but there's
okay.
episodes floating around.
But yeah, at this point, I mean, I can try doing the burning hands on the dust, but I think we should do a long rest in the Medusa's lair.
Just say that sentence again.
Yeah, it
I think
sounds
we
weird.
should take a long rest in the Medusa's lair.
Cut the black. They never returned.
Yeah.
The end.
And they never saw them again.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I mean, we've got to do something.
No, yeah,
I mean,
We've had a lot of encounters this before resting.
I don't even know what to do about this fog, even with all our stuff, admittedly. You don't have anything that would be useful against that damn thing. Okay, thought.
Yes.
You guys go start, getting ready to camp, right? And I'm going to take one of the I'm going to ask for a volunteer amongst the were-rats, right? And I'm going to be like, listen, I want to poke around a bit. We want to take a rest. Anyone up for joining me?
Looking around or taking a rest?
Yes.
Imagine
if there's a beholder right around that corner and we're taking a sleep here.
They both look over at Taston. Like, we kind of want to stay next to protect the priest.
Thankfully, Liam rolled Arcana to figure out how to save the were-rat. Excuse me.
Are you lying to them?
Listen, I'm just really hoping that he could roll Arcana.
Oh, I'm no expert, but I think he's stone. Hang on, let me check. Yep, definitely stone.
I think Guido ignored me.
what's that?
Could you please roll Arcana check to see if you can figure out how to fix the damn stone thing?
That's not bad. Anna, so that's an unnatural 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Does he know?
Based on the power exhibited by this thing and the fact that remove curse did not work, you are fairly certain that it would require something on the level of a greater restoration or more powerful magic.
So now that we know that in character, I'm going to
Divine
suggest that
intervention.
That is level 5
yeah,
stuff.
that's going to be a while, but I'm going to suggest to the were-rats that they don't just abandon him down here, that we carry him. When we leave, we carry him out, and eventually, he can be restored.
Yep.
I don't know how much they care about them, each other, but, it's just food for thought, Okay, now, having said that, thank you, Guido. My Arcana is a +0. So nobody's coming with me. I'm going to go scout. What do I find?
One of the were-rats will come with you. Just one.
Hey, buddy. I give him stitches.
Just between you and me, the other guy smells. Okay, I'm leaving now.
No, wait. I was trying to be nice. Okay, whatever. The other guy smells what? Sorry.
That guy smells really bad.
What guy?
Yeah, the other were-rat.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Trust me. Monk
Listen,
senses.
we gotta kill that drow.
Have to. I know. We have to, which is why we need to make sure everything's nice and stable. And we're not going to get ambushed by any of our friends.
Uh-huh.
I just got to look at him for a second,
Yeah, like you can tell he knows, but he's like, okay, whatever, let's just do this.
Okay, fine. I break his neck. All right, now.
Oh, okay.
So,
you don't have magic fist. You can't hurt me.
Damn it. Can I get a level real quick? So I'm going to just roll a dice. What do you want me to add to it for scouting?
This is a perception check.
That's not good.
Wisdom's your stat.
Actually, no, that isn't terrible. It's a 13.
All right. And I will either let him roll or you may have advantage. It's up to you.
Oh, no,
yeah. You're probably better than he is.
That's way better. That's going to be like a 15 or
okay.
16. Sorry, 16.
All right. So looking around this area, you go through the hole that now you learn that ASHA probably dug in this particular area. You go into an even older part, if it's possible to have such, of this place. You find out pretty quickly, and I'm just going to move your token to scout this since you're not going to find anything really weird. You find out this is a back area into the Pudding King's Court.
Hey.
And you start coming across the other side of the ruins of a building that you had seen before from the other side over here. And then back over here in this area, tiny area over here, you see this actually, no,
Oh, God.
no, you don't see this. You do see some slime, but it's not those. There's some lichen all over this place that's giving off this bioluminescent purple and green glow. There are pools of green slime in here, not the moving kind, the non-moving kind, but it's still green slime. And it's clinging to the floor, the walls, and it's almost in the form of like drapes, very profane drapes, but drapes nonetheless. And in the middle of the cave, there is this stone throne that has green slime on it. It looks like it has been crafted out of, like it's stone, but it's sculpted in the shape of like lidless eyes and gaping mouths, and that just makes up the entire throne.
That's horrifying.
Yes. Almost like, yeah, I mean, it's like somebody said, hey, you know what? I like gibbering mouthers. Let's make a throne out of that. And in front of the throne, there's this footstool that's what looks like it's a mushroom with like a cap on it. And yeah, this is like some mockery of a throne room in here.
Okay, that's horrific.
You do notice that, what was your perception check? Sorry?
16.
Okay. You do notice that the footstool is likely hollow and has a removable cap, which is the mushroom, sitting right in front of this throne.
Under the rare rat. What do you think?
I think whoever decorated this It's likely insane.
I don't know what you're talking about. It calls to me.
No, honestly, this place is real squicky. I don't really want to hang around here. And as a matter of fact, we should probably blockade that area we came through after we get back.
I like that idea. You want to break the throne first?
I don't want to touch that thing.
All right, so I'm going to walk up to the throne.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to have a good punch at it.
Okay.
I thought you were going to sit on the throne.
No! I'm not actually evil.
I was going to say, wow, this took a turn.
And I just,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so that's a 16 plus whatever it hit.
Oh, yeah, you hit the immobile throw.
Okay. Bam! I guess
What's your damage like?
Hang on. I'm at a D6 now. That's right. Plus... That's a 6 for damage.
6 for damage. Okay, you break off a piece of it. So you break off a corner, a couple eyes and stuff, go rolling all over the floor.
Say, is it actually made of gibberings, or is it made in the style of gibberings?
In the style, it's stone.
Oh, thank God.
This went from bad to worse.
Yeah,
I was about to say. So when you two see me come running in,
Oh God.
That's
yeah. I mean, you can still destroy it some more if you want to.
I'm gonna just take the moment. I don't honestly imagine it'll take long, like a minute or two.
No, I mean this thing is not built to be sturdy. It's built to be stylized.
Yeah.
So you break pieces and stuff off of it, and you have to be careful so you don't touch the green slime on there. But you eventually end up breaking this thing and leaving it in a pile on the floor.
And I'm going to take just a quick 6 seconds, dedicate this to Bahamut.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, all right, let's get the hell out of here and seal this damn cave behind us.
All right. Do we want to grab the footstool?
I go back to the footstool. I open it.
All right. There's a green slime that attaches to you.
Ah!
No, actually, inside, it looks like the Pudding King's possessions are inside. You see that there's a bunch of gold and electrum in there.
Ooh.
There's a potion that. Yeah, I mean it's got slime on it.
I'm kidding. Don't actually do that.
But it looks like a potion of healing.
Okay. So
There are 2 spell scrolls in there, which you cannot read.
hang on. I know Guido's running out of time here, so I take it. I take the whole thing.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take it out with us.
Okay.
Then we're going to seal off the thing, and then we're going to finish scouting. And unless there's anything else really noteworthy, we're probably just going to go back and rest.
Yeah, no, there's not really. You explore places you've already seen before. You see rubble, which leads back to the city.
Got it. So I come back, and I'm like, hey, guys, got your present.
You see the other end of the Pudding army,
What?
back over here.
Oh, they're still fighting, I assume?
Yeah. And there's still a front line, and they're obviously keeping them at bay.
I hate to take an 8-hour rest while we've got an army battling. What is that, 200 feet that way? Okay, but I don't see anything else for it.
Luckily, slimes move very slow.
No kidding. But yeah, so I bring it back, and I'm like, hey, and we'll look at the scrolls probably next, in 2 weeks. And we look at all the loot, and figure out what all the loot is. We add the gold and electrum to our party.
Yep.
And then I immediately turn to the around and say, thanks for having my back there.
Yes, no problem. I love destroying thrones with eyes on them.
Me too. It's actually one of my favorite pastimes. Oh, probably goes without saying, was there any demonic energy in any of that?
No, not
Didn't
really.
think so. Okay, cool. So, yep, that's it. We're
Okay.
back.
Guido, you've just got a few minutes left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
So
we
long
long-
rest? Long rest?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be much good without it.
Feels
Okay.
so much like the wrong decision. I mean, I don't have another option here, but this feels like
All
the
right.
worst pause. This is when the adventure dies, right here.
Well, it's like we run out of. You see that, or we run out of abilities.
I know.
All right. So you will get a long rest in, and you will also level up at the end of the long rest.
And die.
And die.
Wow.
So
And leveling. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Or wait, we're leveling up from our last level, or we're getting another level?
It should be 6 at the end of the long rest.
Okay. We're now level 7 somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going up to 6.
We're
My
going up
fists are
6.
magical.
Okay.
All right,
Wow.
and I will post what was in the toadstool chest, footstool, in the Discord channel.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming that there's like one thing you would need to identify, and I'm assuming you will do this during the rest.
As long as I am allowed to, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that was in there. And then there's one more thing.
You're putting this in Discord?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Ah.
I think Guido will be particularly happy with some of these.
Write down another feature I just got.
Well, obviously, I'm taking the last 2 things. Whoa, okay, then there's a lot more stuff.
I'm going to be reading that later.
Yeah, that seems like something you should do.
Yep.
Third, real quick.
Mhm.
Fiends are just demons, or does that count for any lower?
That counts for any lower.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Now punch the red thing. I now have magic strikes, finally.
Wait, you're gonna go punch the dust?
I don't see a lot of other ideas.
Okay.
Oh, there's the alarm.
Yep.
Go figure.
And you know what that sound means? On to the lightning round.
No.
No, it's real lightning.
Oh God.
No, he's not wrong, because last level I got lightning bolt as
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I haven't been able to use it though because we hadn't done a long rest yet.
No.
So
Cool.
all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the stream here. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the continuation. Amazingly, we all survived.
Somehow.
This time.
This time.